Adapting new way of thinking and new behavior is more important than ever before. I left Poland 14 years ago when the country was in the middle of a recession. At that time, there was high unemployment. Many, I heard there's many redundancies, and there were very poor prospects for young people coming to the job market. I was just coming to the end of my degree, and I seriously started to think about the future, to build my future. But I listen to the noise around me. I listen to the media. I listen to the people who listen to the media, and I've heard so much that there are lack of opportunities, there are lack of jobs, so I started really to believe that there's no place for me in there. So I left. Many years later, I've realized that it wasn't the whole truth. I lived in the capital of Poland, and where there were still jobs, there were still opportunities compared to maybe less fortunate areas. But I didn't know how to look for those jobs. So I didn't adapt a new way of thinking. I didn't change my behavior to the circumstances. I just straight away thought that there's no opportunities for me there. So what I needed at that time was mind shift. I needed to to think a bit differently than I was thinking. But I also needed support and strategy in place to look for jobs. Like, I remember my parents were saying, "We don't know how to help you. We don't know." So I felt like I didn't have enough support, or maybe I didn't ask for support at that time, and I just assumed there's no opportunities in there. Now looking back, I've been through the time when times were uncertain, and what that taught me is that not necessarily they are not necessarily lack of opportunities. It's we sometimes we listen to the people, listen to that noise, and we start to believe that this is actually truth. So we have to be really try to be selective. What do we listen, and who do we listen to? Because we cannot control what is happening around us, but we can control what and who we listen to. So now more than ever before, it's important to adjust this new way of thinking, a new behavior. Like in every natural environment, when something is struggling, something else is flourishing. When something is coming to the end, something new is being born. So this might be a time to really embrace the change and really think of what can I do in this situation? Is this a time to learn something new? Is this a time to get some new experience? But more than ever before, we need to adjust new way of thinking, new behavior, and embrace the change.